Hello everyone, this is our first podcast. I am Aaron Negron.
I'm AJ Negron.
I'm Andrew Negron.
And we're going to be attempting our first podcast ever.
So we were kind of rolling around some different ideas on what we were going to talk about, and kind of the whole idea of getting a thrust forward to actually get into a first podcast. And we've talked about it for probably the last 2 years, and then the last few months as well. And now, kind of like what it takes to get to this point. It's going to be imperfect. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to adjust over time, and we'd love, to see how this is going to develop over the next weeks and months and years, and it's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, Aaron, what do you think? Like, what was the motivation? What was the motivation for us getting in this direction and doing a podcast?
Well, first of all, I've been making content on my YouTube channel, Aaron Negron, and if you all would like to check that out, you can on YouTube. And my goal right now is to try and build a population of people that will frequently watch me, and a good upbringing a lot of people that eventually I can start to influence and become an influencer and start off by doing that.
That's good. Andrew?
I think that doing podcasts and stuff and making content is a good motivator for, like you said, being an influencer is something that I especially want to try to do in the future too. And I think it's also just good to get our brains moving with all the words and processing everything, so.
It's a lot. There's a lot of little things that go into this. And then, for us, when we have conversations, one of the things that kind of takes all that we're putting together and where we were like, we should do this. We can do this. And we've seen other people do it. And, we might be a little uncomfortable at first and try to, be herky-jerky or whatever the case may be. But, just even getting here and doing this is awesome. And we really put some things together when we're talking about stuff and topics, and it really starts to to come together to bring something really good out and to point out some hard topics that a lot of people don't want to talk about.
Yeah, and also throwing some jokes in there and everything too is also, something that's a definite thing to do.
Like us all wearing sunglasses right now?
Yeah.
It's a good one. So yeah, and then what do you think? Like, where do you think you want to go, Aaron, with this whole thing? Like, do you want to? Like, what direction do you think that we should start taking? What type of topics should we talk about?
Well, right now I feel like a lot of the things in the world, especially that are happening, and we should probably talk about things that, like, maybe problems in society, maybe that in our view on it, and how we think everything should work, and our opinions about it.
That's good. A lot of the stuff that we do our best to base off of is like biblical principles, and so that's a difficult thing for a lot of people to hear and talk about. But when they start seeing the direction that we are going as a family and where we've come from so far, and start seeing how that does make a huge difference, that we have a foundation to start and to stand on, and something to look forward to as a goal and a standard to live by, because a lot of people in the world don't have any standards and they're living by whatever standard they want to create. And that's something that we talk about on a regular basis. And how do we do this the right way? And what's the way that's going to bring us the best success? Because a lot of people just kind of live flying by the seat of their pants, and it doesn't work. It ends up not working out for them as best as they thought.
Yeah, it's definitely really good to have a goal and go after that goal, because eventually, if you just keep doing whatever you're doing and not actually focused and have a goal, you're just gonna get messed up. And you're not gonna get confused. You're not gonna have any confidence in what you're doing if you don't have a goal.
Yeah.
And there's a song about it too. It's saying, chase your dreams before it's too late, because your dreams won't chase you back and everything. And it's true, because if you wait too long, the opportunity might might go away. So it's a good, you know, when you feel it's a good time to go and chase your dream and commit to it, you know, like put it down in your brain, or like even write anything down. It's good to do that too, to have like schedules and doing stuff, or like making certain days of videos, like be consistent with everything. That's good.
What are some goals that you guys are trying to look at? Like, what are you working on right now?
Right now, I have the fight on February 18 kickboxing match, and my main goal is to be the world champion, and that's on the martial arts side of things. But on the business side of things, I'm definitely going to try and become a millionaire, and then my other goals is to just be the best person that I can be, and be happy, and definitely peace. Having peace of mind is definitely one of the main things I'm working on right now, mentally and psychologically.
That's a whole topic we can get into as a whole podcast. Just trying to find and maintain peace. There's a lot that can go into that. What about you, Andrew? What are you working on?
We're all, you know, like it's in our bloodstream and everything in our family, that we're all like really athletic human beings and everything like that. So I'm thinking about using that to also do like MMA fighting or like kickboxing or anything, because I also have a judo or jiu-jitsu match in February.
You both have a jiu-jitsu match on February 11th.
Tournament.
Yeah, tournament.
I think so, yeah. And I also for that, and also for the other things, I want to be able to try to like I want to be able to try to run my own business and make consistent money, and eventually become rich and like a millionaire. So
That's good. That's good. I mean, you know, so there's some of the things that I started with is the entrepreneurial side of things, is learning how to run your own business, and there's a lot of things that go into that. But then there's things you can learn how to make automated, and that's something that I was taught by a mentor of mine when I was your guys' age. And it's, you need to like try to make things automatic. You just set it forth, and you know, your morning routine, your daily routine, lunchtime you're gonna do this and that, while you're taking a break from one thing, and then in your evenings, setting yourself up for success for the next morning by preparing that afternoon and evening for the next day. I also saw someone recently speak on one of the channels, and they were talking about how they try to section their day in like 4 or 6 hour increments for the different businesses that they have. And that's so, like, for the first 4 hours they work on this business, and the next 4 hours they work on the next business, and the next 4 hours. And some people are like, oh yeah, that's 12 hours, and it's like, yeah, that's how I'm going to get to the next level, is that I'm not going to give myself the opportunity to just be at rest and to relax. Everybody has these goals, but then they don't want to work for them. So I push myself and my limits all the time. I mean, right now I'm 38, and you're 15, and you're 12, and we have some big goals that are coming into place. And I really hope to try to keep pushing for you guys to see as an example, and so that way I can learn and teach you guys in the entrepreneurial sense how you can do these things in a more easy way too, and making sure that you guys are up on your education, and that you keep up on your physical training, and continuing with judo and jiu-jitsu and tournaments, and as well fighting through the different fighting arenas that we have here in Tampa, Florida area. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot that we're doing, and there's a lot of things that as we develop, we'll be talking about more and more things. But right now I have a landscaping business, and I just shot off our axe throwing business last year. And then for you've been doing landscaping with me, so you have your own handful of yards in the neighborhood, and then you have your own handful of yards as well. And I mean, that's just the best thing you could do. That's the absolute best thing you could do, is just start getting your wheels turning in the right direction. So I'm very proud of you guys. And then we'll start to see what the next step is. But one quick thing is, I'm really thirsty, and I think this is just something that do you also have one?
Oh,
do you have one too?
I just found this here.
Was that in your pocket?
I don't know.
Did somebody put that in your pocket? Oh, that just sounds so refreshing. So these things, what flavor is yours? This is key lime.
Really?
Yeah. This sounds delicious. What about yours?
Mine is looks like it's yellow.
It's a yellow flavor.
It's yellow flavor.
That's delicious. Yellow is usually a very good flavor too. So refreshing.
Yeah, and like you were saying with like the whole you gotta get your wheels turning and just be determined and stuff. And like it really doesn't matter how you feel in certain situations, because you let your feelings and especially your heart, and you let your heart lead the way, and it even says in the Bible too that the heart is most deceitful above all things, especially when it comes to relationships and all those things. You have to have control over your feelings and not let your feelings control you, because the moment you let that happen is when everything will start to